Welcome back my Chan Rara Coin World Today video. If someone told you that a common looking 1971 Liberty $1 could actually change your whole expectations about modern big dollars, you might not believe it. But after this intro, you will see how this coin can seriously turn the tables for you, because collectors on eBay and other platforms are paying surprising amounts for the right varieties. If you have this coin, stay with me till the end because its selling details matter. And at the end you will simply comment price in the comment box and I will personally guide you with its exact value and full selling procedure. The 1971 Liberty $1, known as the Eisenhower dollar, marks the return of the United States to large-sized dollar coins after a long gap. The last circulating big dollar before this series was the peace dollar in 1935. For 36 years, the American public did not see a full-size dollar coin in circulation. The decision to bring back the dollar coin in 1971 came at a time when the United States was transitioning economically, politically, and culturally. The nation wanted a coin that represented strength, leadership, and the technological achievements of the modern era. And the figure chosen for this honor was Dwight D. Eisenhower, the 34th President of the United States. Eisenhower, known for his military leadership during World War II and his steady presidency during the early Cold War period, became a symbol of reliability and stability. His image on the obverse of the coin was more than a portrait. It was a reminder of America's enduring strength. The reverse of the $1,971 added another layer of history. It features the Apollo 11 mission insignia, celebrating the first successful moon landing in 1969. The Eagle landing on the lunar surface pays tribute to America's greatest scientific achievement, linking the coin to a moment when humanity literally stepped onto another world because of this powerful symbolism. The $1,971 is not just a piece of currency. It is a record of American accomplishment and ambition. When these dollars were released, millions were minted at Philadelphia and Denver, while special silver clad versions were produced at the San Francisco Mint. The silver versions were sold to collectors, but the regular copper-nickel coins entered circulation, which is why they still appear in collections, drawers, boxes, and old bankrolls today. The story becomes even more interesting when we look at minting errors and varieties. The $1,971 has several well-known issues that collectors chase aggressively. Some coins have planchette errors. Others have weak strikes, doubled lettering, missing details, clipped edges, or unusual mint marks. The 1971 Philadelphia issue is especially famous for striking quality problems, which ironically makes the sharply struck examples more valuable. Online marketplaces like eBay regularly.
Imagine finding a coin in your drawer or old cabinet that millions handled in everyday life. Yet a rare variation of that same coin quietly turned ordinary people into lucky collectors overnight. Sounds unbelievable, right? But the reality is that rare coins can appear where you least expect them. So if you come across a United States Liberty $1 coin from 1977 or a mysterious black wheat penny, this video might turn the tables for you completely. Stay with me until the end because the real twist lies in knowing how to recognize the valuable versions and how to sell them the right way. And like always, at the end I will tell you exactly what to comment so I can personally help you with its price and the selling process. The 1977 Liberty $1 coin is part of the Eisenhower series, a historic dollar series. Minted from 1971 to 1978, these coins were the last large circulating dollar coins in the United States. They honored President Dwight D. Eisenhower, a key figure in American military and political leadership, while the reverse celebrated the symbolic American eagle representing national pride and space accomplishments tied to the Apollo missions. Even though people used them casually in banking, toll booths and casinos, collectors today know the true value of certain pieces from this year. Most 1977 Eisenhower dollars are copper-nickel clad, meaning they do not contain silver. But that does not make them worthless. What makes them special is rarity in condition and certain mint errors. A typical circulated example may only carry face value, but a coin that survived in perfect mint state. With strong shine, no scratches and clear strike can attract serious collector interest. There are rare high-grade certified examples of the 1977 and 1907 D mint coins that have surprised collectors by reaching hundreds and sometimes thousands of dollars at auctions. And when you factor in major errors such as double die obverse, clipped planche, off-center strike, missing letters or proof-like finish, the price can rise steeply. This is where knowing what you have makes all the difference. Never clean or polish this coin if you find one. Cleaning destroys natural surfaces and ruins the collector's grade. Original untouched coins always bring more money. If you suspect your coin looks unusually shiny, perfectly struck, or has an error, treat it with care. Place it in a protective sleeve or soft cloth and avoid rubbing the surface. Now, let's shift to the mysterious Liberty black wheat penny that many viewers ask about. This penny is not a separate official mint issue. It is actually a wheat cent, usually from 1909 to 1958, that has turned dark over time due to natural oxidation or certain environmental conditions. Some people mistakenly think these coins were minted black on purpose, but the reality is different. Genuine, naturally dark-toned wheat pennies can be interesting.
Have you ever held an ordinary-looking coin in your hand and wondered if it could secretly change your life? What if the same coin millions of people ignored in their pocket change, in old coffee jars, in forgotten drawers, could actually be hiding a value that only a few collectors know about? Today we are diving deep into the 1980 Liberty Kennedy half-dollar, a coin many think is common, yet certain rare strikes and special conditions have turned some into highly valuable collector treasures. If you have this coin, it might turn the tables for you. So stay with me till the very end, because I will reveal how you can find out if your coin is one of those rare ones. And at the end, just comment the details of your coin, and I will tell you its price and exactly how to sell it to real buyers. The Kennedy half-dollar began in 1964 as a tribute to President John F. Kennedy, and since then it has stood as one of the most loved coins in American history. By 1980, this coin was already a symbol of legacy patriotism and nostalgia. This particular year sits in a fascinating era for American coinage. The US was shifting minting techniques, experimenting with finishes, balancing increasing collector interest and managing modern mass production. That means coins from this period have a high chance of having rare and desirable minting anomalies that can multiply their worth. A simple half-dollar suddenly becomes a rare gem if it has a premium condition or a unique mint error. The 1980 Kennedy half-dollar was minted in Philadelphia and Denver. Both mints produced millions of coins. But here is the secret most people do not know. Not all coins are created equal. Some carry sharp strikes, deep luster, and almost flawless surfaces that collectors crave for their collections. The finest ones, especially those graded at the highest mint state levels, have been known to achieve surprising auction results. Beyond regular strikes, there are special errors such as double dies, weak strikes, planchette flaws, and improperly aligned dies. These errors are like hidden treasure marks, small imperfections that turn a regular coin into something rare and valuable. Another factor that gives this coin power is its place in American history. The early 1980s were times of economic change, technological expansion, and new global influence. The Kennedy half-dollar, already a tribute to one of America's most beloved leaders, continued to represent strength and inspiration during these years, even though silver content had already been removed by 1980. Collectors still pursue these coins passionately because they hold historical weight and emotional value. And every once in a while, one of these 1,980 coins shows up in the world in perfect condition, untouched, uncirculated, glowing with that mint brilliance that collectors pay top dollar for. Think about this. Someone could have spent one of these coins. Have you ever come across a coin that looks totally normal, yet could silently be holding the power to turn your financial life around? Imagine owning a coin that millions of people overlooked, tossed into drawers, forgot in old purses. Yet today collectors are digging hard to find the right one, because a rare variety or error can turn that same ordinary-looking coin into a serious profit. Today we are decoding the 1989 Liberty Kennedy $50, a coin many people still have. And if you have the right one, it might just flip your luck in the best way. So stay with me all the way till the end, because if you have this coin, it might turn the tables for you. At the end, I will share how you can sell them and get real buyers, but I will reveal the price only after you comment below. So make sure you don't miss the final moment. Let's begin with the history and power behind this coin. The Kennedy $50 series started in 1964 to honor President John F. Kennedy, one of the most iconic and beloved figures in American history. From the very moment of release, the coin became an instant symbol of national respect, unity, and legacy. Even decades later, this series remains one of the most collected US coins. And every year, certain dates and mints carry values far beyond their face amount. By 1989, the US Mint had already transitioned away from silver and into copper-nickel clad compositions. But the demand for these coins remained strong among collectors, especially uncirculated and aerostrike pieces. Now the exciting part begins. The most valuable 1989 Kennedy $50 coins are not the ones you simply find in circulated condition. The value jumps dramatically for coins with unique varieties, minting mistakes, and premium grades. For example, coins with strong strike details, perfect surfaces, brilliant luster, or proof-like finishes can fetch a surprising amount at auction. Collectors always watch for die cracks, double dies, clipped planchets, off-center strikes, and even coins accidentally struck using proof dies. These are the hidden champions of the 1989 Kennedy series. Another strong factor that boosts value is the mint mark. The 1989 Kennedy $50 comes with either AP for Philadelphia or AD for Denver. Certain well-preserved examples from these mints, especially in high mint state grading, have achieved impressive auction values. And then there are the proof versions minted separately for collectors. These coins have mirror-like surfaces and razor-sharp details, making them extremely desirable. If you have one that has never been touched, still shining beautifully, that coin could catch the eye of serious buyers. This coin also carries historical weight. It represents a period when America was stepping into a new era. The Cold War was coming to an end. Technology and global economics were evolving, and the US Mint continued improving minting machinery. Have you ever looked at a simple quarter and thought it was just spare change? What if I told you that the 1985 Washington quarter in your pocket could secretly be worth far more than 25 cents? Yes, this ordinary coin might just turn the tables for you. After this short intro, stay tuned till the end, because I'll reveal how much your 1985 quarter could be worth, according to eBay listings, major auction platforms, and coin collector markets. And at the end of the video, I'll tell you exactly how to find its true value and selling procedure. The 1985 Washington quarter is part of one of the most iconic coin series in American history, a continuation of the design first introduced in 1932 to commemorate the 200th birthday of George Washington. Created by sculptor John Flanagan, the design features Washington's noble portrait on the obverse and the powerful bald eagle on the reverse, symbols of leadership, strength, and American pride. Even decades later, this coin still stands as a classic representation of US craftsmanship and history. By 1985, the Washington quarter was being produced using a copper-nickel clad composition, an alloy of copper and nickel layered together. This composition replaced silver after 1964, making the quarter more affordable to produce while maintaining its durability and shine. The inner core is copper, and the outer layers are nickel, giving it that distinctive silvery appearance. During this year, the US Mint struck millions of 1985 quarters at two major locations: Philadelphia, which has no mint mark, and Denver, marked with a small d under Washington's portrait. Despite being mass-produced, not every 1985 quarter is the same. While most were released for circulation, Some were struck with exceptional quality, and others ended up with minting errors that, today, make them rare and valuable. Collector's items. The beauty of the 1985 Washington quarter lies in the details. On the obverse, Washington's portrait is sharp and refined, surrounded by the words, "Liberty and in God we trust," with the date 1985 just below. The reverse showcases the eagle clutching arrows, wings spread in pride. Perched above an olive branch, a timeless symbol of peace and strength. These intricate details make the coin a miniature work of art, but here's where things get really interesting. While the 1985 quarter might seem common, certain varieties and error coins have shocked collectors with their high auction prices. Some rare errors include off-center strikes, double die obverses, die cracks, and missing clad layers. These minting mistakes make the coin unique, which collectors are always willing to pay top dollar for, according to eBay listings and other major auction platforms. The value of a 1985 quarter varies widely, based on condition and rarity. Common circulated examples usually trade for face value around 25 cents. However, uncirculated coin. Have you ever looked at a simple coin in your hand and wondered if it could secretly be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars? Well, what if I told you that your ordinary 1989 Washington quarter might just turn the tables for you? After this short intro, stay tuned till the end of the video because I'll reveal how this common-looking coin could be worth a surprising amount, according to eBay auction platforms and collectors markets, and how you can find out its exact value and selling process at the end of this video. The 1989 Washington quarter carries more than just face value. It carries a legacy that stretches back to 1932, when the Washington quarter was first introduced to honor the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. Designed by sculptor John Flanagan, this coin showcases the noble portrait of America's first president on the obverse, while the reverse features the majestic bald eagle symbolizing freedom, strength, and pride. By 1989, this design had become one of the most iconic and beloved in U.S. coinage history. Now, let's dive into the fascinating world of the 1989 Washington quarter. The coin was struck at two major mints, the Philadelphia Mint with no mint mark and the Denver Mint with the D. mark. Combined, they produced nearly 2 billion quarters that year, making it seem like a common coin. But as seasoned collectors know, rarity isn't always about quantity, it's about quality, condition, and those rare minting errors that slip through unnoticed. By 1989, the US Mint was producing coins using a copper-nickel clad composition, which had replaced silver after 1965. This modern alloy was durable and inexpensive, but certain quarters struck with exceptional precision or rare flaws have since become treasures in the collector's market. Among the rarest 1989 quarters are those with minting errors such as double dies, off-center strikes, die cracks, and missing mint marks. These errors make each affected coin one of a kind and highly valuable. Some collectors are willing to pay huge premiums for coins that show clear doubling on Washington's profile, letters, or date. According to recent listings on eBay and other major online platforms, circulated 1,989 quarters typically sell for around their face value, 25 cents. However, uncirculated or high-grade examples, especially those graded MS65 or higher by professional grading companies like PCGS or NGC, can fetch between $20 and $80 depending on their luster, sharpness, and strike quality. But the real excitement lies in the error coins. On eBay, some 1989 Washington quarters with dramatic minting errors have been sold for several $100s. One notable example, a 1989 D quarter with an off-center strike and retained details, sold for over $400. Another example of a double die reverse variety fetched close to $700 in a private auction. If you own a 1990 Liberty quarter dollar, you might be sitting on a coin that could completely turn the tables for you. Most people think this coin is just worth 25 cents, but the truth is, some of these 1990 Quarters have sold for hundreds or even thousands of dollars on eBay and major coin auction platforms. So stick around till the end, because I'll reveal the actual value of this coin according to real online listings and tell you exactly how you can sell it for top dollar. The 1990 Liberty quarter dollar, part of the Washington quarter series, might look like an ordinary coin you'd find in your pocket, but certain versions of it are far from ordinary. It features the portrait of George Washington on the front and the American eagle on the reverse, continuing a design tradition that began in 1932. By 1990, millions were minted at both the Philadelphia and Denver mints, but the real difference lies in the condition, mint mark, and the presence of rare mint errors, coins struck with a P. Mint mark were made in Philadelphia, while those with a D were struck in Denver. Although both mints produced large numbers of these coins, collectors have discovered that not all were created equal. Some 1990 quarters came out with striking errors, doubling effects, or off-center strikes that make them extremely valuable to collectors today. Let's start with the regular uncirculated versions. A 1990p or 1990D quarter in pristine, uncirculated condition can fetch impressive prices if it has been graded by professional services like PCGS or NGC. On eBay, coins graded MS66 and MS67 have sold for anywhere between $100 and $250. Those graded MS68, which are almost perfect, have reached prices well above $500 in recent sales. These coins are rare because very few have survived over 3 decades without any marks or scratches. But the most fascinating examples are the error coins. Some 1990 Liberty quarters have been found with double die obverse errors, where the inscriptions appear doubled, while others show off-center strikes or missing clad layers that expose the copper core. Such coins have sold for between $300 and $1,000 at auction, depending on how dramatic the error is and how well the coin has been preserved. A 1990D quarter with a striking off-center error once sold for more than $800, proving that even small mint mistakes can lead to big rewards. The San Francisco Mint also produced a limited number of proof coins in 1990 identifiable by the S Mint mark. These were never meant for circulation and were included in proof sets sold to collectors. Proof coins with their mirror-like shine and sharp details can bring between $10 and $40, depending on their condition and packaging. Deep cameo proofs, with strong contrast between the frosted design and shiny background, are even more desirable. Condition is everything when it comes to value.